The following is a presentation of TFNN, The Trader's Edge, with your host, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, all you wonderful money masters and treasure hunters. Welcome to the March 26th terrific Tuesday edition of today's Opening Bell on the Trader's Edge. I'm your host, Steve Rhodes, and I absolutely treasure your presence here today. My outcome, as always, is to help you to become a better money master and to provide you with the tools that each of us need in order to lead an inspired life. Because leading an inspired life, folks, that is what it's all about. So let's go take a look at one of our tools. This is the tool I call Material Progress Needs Entrepreneurs. You know, the pyramids of Egypt are one of the 7 wonders of the world. The Great Pyramid near Cairo can accommodate the equivalent of 10 football fields. Think about that. 10 football fields, folks. That is huge. A miraculous feat of construction, to say the least. Now, what tools did they have to build those in those ancient times? It certainly wasn't our modern equipment out there. What blueprints did they follow? Who was the foreman, after all? And how did they build these incredible structures? And wonder what obstacles they had to overcome. What an amazing building progress that they undertook. You know, in one sense, folks, we too can be part of a building process. You see, each day offers us the opportunity to build the next great wonder of our world, your world. And we too can overcome any obstacles that confront us. We can build that which we desire. All that's needed is that entrepreneurial spirit, the spirit to avoid wasting precious moments, the dedication to work hard and to manifest our dreams, the dedication to do better, to do a better job, folks, each and every day, to do better than anyone that we can envision, to do it better than it needs to be done. That's a real key, and not to let anything stand in the way between what it is that we've got to do, our difficult task, everything that we've got to overcome. These are the traits that built the world. These are the traits that will absolutely build your world. The truth is, if we observe a really happy person, what we'll find them building a boat, writing a symphony, educating their kids, maybe even looking for dinosaur eggs in the Gobi Desert. Or how about perhaps developing a better trading plan? This person, folks, is not searching for happiness as if it were their goal or outcome. Instead, they will be happy in the course of just simply living 24 crowded hours of each day, not wasting a single moment. Within you, within that creative genius of your mind, lies the real opportunity. Within you lies the insight, the foresight, the strength, the courage, the faith, and the freedom to construct the wonders of your world. Material progress, folks, it needs entrepreneurs. Unleash that spirit within you and go build your dreams. Now, let's go look at the construction builders in the markets here. Let's go take a look at the bulls and bears out there. Had a lot of fun yesterday taking a look at each of the stocks charts that we were looking at and identifying where were the bulls hanging out, where were the bears hanging out, because they can't hide. They absolutely can't hide. So you can give us a call at 877-927-6648. We can take a look at your stock chart as well right now. Futures-wise, Dow Futures up about 37 points. ES Mini trading out at 1550.75, up about 3.5 points. NASDAQ Futures up 9, out at 27.93. King Dollar up a bit. The euro kind of flat here. We're going to peek in on the euro for sure. In fact, we'll be watching the euro here for the next couple of hours, perhaps all day, trying to get some type of a signal, because the euro is certainly up against an important area of support. We touched on it yesterday. We're going to take a look at it today. Gold is trading down $7 right now, out at $15.97. Silver totally flat. Light sweet crude, boy, that is on another move today, up 96 pennies, up 1 full percent, trading out at 95.77. Across the globe here, we had the Shanghai. The Shanghai was down about 30 points, a little over 1% last night. The Hang Seng up 59 points. That's up about 0.2, about 0.25% out there. The Nikkei was down 0.6%, off 74 points. The DAX over in Germany right now, they're up 16 points, and the FTSE up 9. Again, our call number is 877-927-6648. Remember, you can always catch this show streaming live to you on your mobile phone if you're listening on the radio, or your mobile device at tfnn.mobi. Thanks so much for doing that. remember, just go to the homepage of TFNN.com. Over on the right-hand side, you'll see the button. You'll see those three little smartphones. Click on that, and you will be able to get this show streaming live to you on your smartphone device. Right now, chart-wise, what we're looking at, in the upper left-hand quadrant, we've got the S&P futures, the 30-minute contract, relatively quiet out there. The upper right-hand corner is the Dow futures as well. Lower right is the NASDAQ futures, and lower left is the Russell 2000 futures. If we take a look at the S&P futures here right now, what we'll see is coming off of the high. This was the high at 6:30 yesterday morning, out at 1560.50, all the way down to the low that was put in yesterday at 1:30 in the afternoon. What we can see is 1552 is the 0.618 retracement level of that move down. That, in essence, is where we're at 7:30 this morning. You had the ES Mini get up to 1551.50. It is neither oversold nor overbought. It's really mid-stroke here. So which way does it want to head to? If it wants to head higher, 1555, the 0.786 retracement is certainly in sight out there. Maybe even another test of that 1560 level up at 6 o'clock yesterday morning. But it's all really going to be about whatever goes on with the euro out there. So let's go take a look at the euro first. We'll go take a look at the 30-minute chart on the euro here. So talk about being able to identify where the bulls and bears are hanging out. Now, it's a 30-minute chart. We're going to start with a 30-minute chart, and then we'll go ahead and expand up. Now, on this 30-minute chart here, I'll go ahead and scrunch it down. I've got to find out if scrunch is a real word. What we can see here is we have an A to B equals C to up. That was a 1 to 1.272. So let's just take a look at those first patterns. You can see the A point coming out of that extremely oversold condition on the 30-minute chart back at about 1:30 in the afternoon on March the 19th. Your A point is the low of the 2 p.m. session. That low, 1.2842. That's your A point. Your B point up here came in at 2:30 in the afternoon on March the 20th. That price, that high, 1.2976. That's your A to B. Let's take a look at the retracement that it did. Let's see what that B to C retracement was. B to C, just over a 0.618, between 0.618 and 0.786. You want to make sure that you are using Fibonacci just to understand and what you really want to understand here is what type of retracement is that B to C leg, because that will help you to understand one of the ways to help you understand the move inside the marketplace out here. This was normal. You would expect a 1-to-1 A to B equals CD. This did more than a 1-to-1 A to B equals CD. If we go ahead and we pull this back here, now you can see the 1-to-1 as I change the color on that. The 1-to-1 level was 130.164. By the way, your C point on this that I use looks like about 10:30 in the morning on March the 21st out there at 1.2882. 1-to-1, A to B equals CD. It gets completed right here, right as we come into the 8:30 p.m. session on March the 24th. Came in there with a wide-ranging bar, no bears in sight here. That says it wanted to go up to that 1 to 1.272 level. Almost got up there. 130.53 was the actual number. The high looks like it got up to a high right about here, perhaps at 2:30 in the morning. This was 2:30 in the morning on Sunday. Monday morning, yesterday morning, I should say, when it got up to that 134.71, and then it was just simply a sell-off all the way down into an area of support. Now, you don't really see that support on the 30-minute chart, but we can take a look at where the bulls and bears are hanging out. So as the market moves down, you'll see a number 13. Maybe you'll see a number 13 out here. That is at the 12:30 time frame. That is a TD combo count out there at number 13. Those are also areas where you would typically see, in this case here, support. Support was really just underneath that. These are important areas to watch because a break below that, this area says a continuation of this expansion to the downside would be in progress here. Now, if we look for the first sign of bulls, you don't see any bulls during this entire waterfall cascade on the way down. No, this little green candle here is not a bullish candle. This one coming in at 9:30 yesterday, that was nothing more than a little bit of a pause point, a bullish harami out there You had another bullish harami show up right here at about 11:30 in the morning. Really more of a continuation pattern that you had here, a little falling three formation coming into 12:30. But here is where you saw the bulls. Now, it wasn't just this bullish harami. So here's another bullish harami out there at 1:30 yesterday afternoon. It was this candle right here. It was this trading session going into the time period of 2 o'clock yesterday. This set up that morning star. Yesterday when we were taking a look at the ES Mini, we were taking a look at the fight between the Bulls and the Bears. We were looking at the bullish evening star, or bearish, I should say, evening star, and the bullish morning star. Here is a bullish morning star candle formation out here. We can see this level, in essence, around this level having been tested. We can also see as it was being tested coming into the 4:30 a.m. session here this morning. You then have another reversal. You have a bullish engulfing candle right here. That's at 5 this morning. So if you were wondering where is it that Super Mario and his fan club are hanging out, it is clearly right down here. Each time the euro pushes down in this area, we can see the bulls try to step in. They stepped in right here as we were at 8:30 this morning with a little piercing candle. This right here is actually a little bullish engulfing candle as we come into the 9:30 session. Of course, we got another 11 minutes to go out here. So that is the fight. This is the battle. And this is the battle to be watching today because you get a close below. Now let's switch over to the daily chart, and then we'll go to the weekly chart. What we can see here on the daily chart is we can see that yesterday was a close below that swing point from December 7th. That's that little red line going across the screen. It says support 1. This may be coming resistance 1 right now. 877-927-6648. We come back. We'll finish up the euro and anything else you'd like. Just give us a call, folks. We'll be right back.
Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Wealth Management. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportions of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what an asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Wealth Management financial advisor can do for you. Call Angela O'Brien, First Vice President and Financial Planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Wealth Management, LLC. Member SIPC.
With the launch of TigerTV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With TigerTV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Ken Shreve, David White, Larry Pesavento, Victor Jones, or Daryl Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on TigerTV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out TigerTV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
McEwen Mining is a high-growth, mid-tier producer in the Americas with a market capitalization of $1 billion. Experienced mining executive Rob McEwen, as chairman, CEO, and president, owns 25% of the outstanding shares of McEwen Mining and has put in place an ambitious business plan with the goal of qualifying for inclusion in the S&P 500 by 2015. With $70 million in cash and liquid assets as of the end of 2012 and completely debt-free, McEwen Mining is poised for growth. Production in 2013 is forecasted to grow at 24%, reaching 130,000 gold equivalent ounces, and over the next 3 years, McEwen Mining projects that their production will increase to 290,000 gold equivalent ounces, almost a threefold increase from last year's totals. If you'd like to find out more about McEwen Mining, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE or TSX under the symbol MUX.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try patterns, profits, and peace of mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to tfnn.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's patterns, profits, and peace of mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by BackTech Environmental. For more information, just click the BackTech banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
It absolutely is, folks. Welcome back. And, today, March 26th, what an incredible, fantastic day. I want to say happy birthday to my granddaughter. She turns 5 today. Happy birthday, Brooklyn. I call her BL out there, Brooklyn Cade. I hope you're having just simply a fantastic day out there. Folks, she is listening in to TFNN.com at TFNN.mobi. And that is a beautiful thing. So I know she's going to have a great day all day. Lots of cupcakes, lots of birthday cake, lots of candles to blow out, and lots of presents out there. Let's come back to these markets here. Let's go take a look at the Euro US dollar, the daily chart out here, so we can now see that it has really broken a level of support set up by that swing point from December the 7th out here. What is real key, as we were pointing out yesterday, we're going to switch over now to the weekly chart, and this is real key. We know that let me pull this back here a bit. We know that Super Mario, he understands the hammer candle as well. As we take a look at that's the hammer candle that formed last week. That is very important. That low out there, 128.42. You can see yesterday was a test of that area. It so far held. Now, this is a weekly chart that we're taking a look at, so you have to go back and take a look at, yesterday morning at about 1:30 in the afternoon. That level was tested. That did hold. We were taking a look at the intraday chart. We were taking a look at that morning star candle that came in, so we know where the bulls are hanging out, and that's a key level because number one on the weekly chart now, that'll end up going down to the November 16th lows. If we go take a look at what that is on the daily chart as well, you can see that is taking you all the way right back here to really November 13th. That's why I've got that area identified as support level number 2, and look 86 currently because it's got that 1.618 expansion as well of your B to C swing point. But the key is, and not my opinion, if we see a close above this trend line here with any type of significance, not just a little tad, but with any kind of significance, it will have broken a trend, and then the next test is really just the test of the bottom portion of that trend line to see if it wants to stay out. The next area of resistance, it's horizontal resistance. Horizontal resistance has more significance than diagonal resistance, and that's really set up by the swing point going back to August of 2010, August 27th, 2010, 83.64. We can see that is a level that has been tested several times on the weekly chart. It was tested back here in June of 2012. It was tested in July of 2012. That area held. That is a strong area of resistance. If the U.S. dollar gets above that, look out, folks. Why do I say look out, folks? Because once the U.S. dollar index is above the July 27th high, that number is 84.25. There's virtually nothing to stop it from getting in its way. And what I mean by that, there are no floors out here. There are no swing points on the weekly charts out here until the U.S. dollar index will get all the way back up to $89. Now, as you know, when a .786 Gartley pattern fails, it often spreads its wings and turns into what? That's right. It turns into a butterfly, a beautiful butterfly. We can go identify and show you what that pattern looks like. All you have to do, because you don't have this drawing tool on your system, I'll draw it in just a moment as we go into break here. But the 1.272 expansion takes you 8578. Right around $88 was where I suspect it'll go. It would turn into a 1.618 butterfly pattern. That is if the U.S. dollar index decides to break out. It's only a matter of time before this butterfly pattern here pans out. Because who is it that wants to hold euros? 877-927-6648. We'll be right back, folks.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Just recently, on December 28th, Market Insight subscribers were advised to go long the QQQ, the NASDAQ 100 ETF, on December 28th at $63.91, and only 2 trading days later, after a huge jump in the market, Market Insight subscribers were advised to sell the QQQ at $66.64 for a $2.73 or 4.27% profit to start off 2013. At the same time, Tom O'Brien had advised his clients looking for a more leveraged trade that they could have initiated a position in the QLD, the ProShares Ultra QQQ ETF, and over the same 2 trading days, Market Insight subscribers were able to lock in a $4.48 profit or an 8.47% gain in just 1 trade. Get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during your free trial and pay nothing. Don't miss out on the next great trading opportunity in 2013. Act today. Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, has helped subscribers for over 10 years navigate the high-risk world of exploring and producing gold companies. And now's a great time to sign up for a free month-long trial to see the kind of insight that Tom delivers for his subscribers on a weekly basis. Every Monday, Tom O'Brien issues a quick update on the metal market, giving you his take on the HUI, XAU, GLD, dollar, bonds, and much more. Tom follows Monday's update with a full gold report, which is delivered to subscribers Tuesday afternoon with detailed coverage of 24 separate gold or metal stocks, as well as another 10 to 15 stocks that he lets you know are on his potential watch list. Get your month-long free trial to the Gold Report today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Don't spend another year navigating the metal markets on your own. Act early in 2013 and make the most of your gold and metal market investments. Daryl Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Daryl Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at at them stars and we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
And we're off to the races. We got the Dow up 56 points, Composite up 13, S&P up 6, trading out at 1558. Russell 2000 trading out at 949, up $3.80. Google up $2. Apple flat right now. Microsoft up 16 ticks. Intel up 19 ticks. Leading the charge to the upside is Netflix. Netflix up 2.5%, up $4 and change. Broadsoft, BSFT up a couple of bucks. Monsanto, MON up a couple of bucks. Visa up $2. National Oil Well Varco up $1.45. Amazon up $1.64. Las Vegas Sands up $1. That is it for the dollar plus stocks out there. To the downside, you've got Zio Farm. They're down 61%. Holy cow. The small penny stock out here down $3.15. That's trading out right now at about $1.98. Calumet, CLMT off about 5% this morning, off $1.92. Children's Place down about 3%. Banco Brad, I can't see that. BBD is a ticker symbol. They're off 8% this morning. Our call number is 877-927-6648. It is March 26th. It is birthday day for my granddaughter, Brooklyn, and her sister Chloe. I want to say a quick hello to her. She is helping her celebrate as well. So to the two beautiful girls, little girls in my life, happy birthday. Have a great day, kids out there. Let's go take a look at the ES Mini. Right now we've got the ES Mini trading out at 1552, trading just above a old line of support, or should have been support yesterday as we were looking at the 30-minute chart. It was set up here by this little dark cloud cover candle. There were really two of them that took place here. One was at 12 noon on the 22nd. The other took place at 2 p.m. We set that area up as an area of support. The ES Mini broke through that pretty quickly by 11 o'clock yesterday morning. You can see coming up into the open here at 10 o'clock. That's the level that sort of held as support. We'll see coming into this 10 o'clock session whether or not we have a break above that level. If we do, we'll see the ES Mini move up to 1555, maybe even 1560 out there. Again, not in either the overbought or oversold territory. Very important if you're watching us on Tiger TV, if you take a look at those charts, you want to be buying things when the market is in the oversold territory. Now, there's better ways to buy them than others. You certainly want to do it not when you have the falling knife, not when you have nothing but bears in control. You want to make sure that you're able to identify those bullish reversal candles, because all kinds of candles out there. You certainly don't want to misuse candles, and only certain of them are really reversal signals. Others are not reversal signals whatsoever. So if you've got those books, or maybe you're downloading some of the stuff off the internet out there, be very careful, because you want to make sure you understand which ones are truly reversal candles out there so that you can add that to your arsenal of trading. Let's go take a look at some of these stocks here that are popping and dropping. Let's go take a look at this one of Biopharma Equity. Let's just, ZIOP is the ticker symbol, truly getting hammered here this morning. Let's go see what this thing is doing. Don't know that we'll spend a lot of time here, but this thing is down with major volume. Closing out yesterday at, let me just refresh my screen, make sure I've got all of the active data, but closing out yesterday, $5.13, trading out at $2 right now. That's a stinger, and looks like this. Let's put this on the weekly chart, because the next set of swing points that it's moving into are right around $1.50, and then maybe even all the way down to 64 cents. So let's go put this on. It's taken out a B point of an A to B equals CD down. We can see that here clearly that it has done this. Your A point on this on the daily chart, the weekly chart. Let's put it on the weekly chart, because it'll be the same out there. Be a little bit easier for you to be paying attention to and to look at. Again, the ticker symbol here that we are taking a look at is ZIOP. And we're taking a look at the weekly chart here. In the weekly chart, we're going to first just draw our A to B equals CD down. And what we're going to do is we're going to start up with our swing point high. That is this little dark cloud cover candle on the weekly chart, May 6th. The high out there is $7.85. That was May of 2011. So that's your A point. We're going to take it all the way down to our B point. That's the swing point right down here. Happens to be a hammer candle. You know when we say when you break a hammer, if you're long, you're wrong. Well, this thing here broke the hammer candle this morning big time. So there is one of your tells out there. And you've got volume. Well, it's already made the 1 to 1 A to B equals CD. You can see that. That's $2.03. That's your price projection. It's trading at $2 right now. But this thing here is going to trade, it's got this little cluster of swing points right down here. No volume or anything to really stop it. That gets you back to July of 2009. Didn't take very long to get back to July of 2009. Out here in this equity, and that's right around $1.25. But I suspect this will make it all the way back down to the lows out here, probably at around 50 to 70 cents out there. But pretty cool how you can use any stock chart. You can use any time frame, and you want to be able to utilize all of the different candle configurations. So there's your hammer on the weekly chart, and that has been broken for sure. Let's go take a look at, let's see, what else do we have here? You've got down 17%. You've got Gordman's Stores, GMAN. Let's see if they're out with earnings here because, they are. Net sales, 202 million shares versus 185 from a year ago. Net income, $8 million versus $10 million. The stock is getting hammered this morning. Stock ticker symbol on this is GMAN. Man, is it getting nailed, down 17%. Gapping down. It's got a high volume low on the daily, so we know that is a signal of where it's going. We can see it already had an A to B equals CD down. Let's go ahead and get rid of that on the chart. So it's why you want to be paying attention. Here's a nice little setup. Now, this is not one you would have wanted to short at $14, but if you take a look at the equity itself, it breaks down on January 15th. Does it with volume to the downside. Does it with 774,000 shares. This morning already, 228,000 in only 11 minutes of trading. So it looks like it wants to take out that most recent high volume low. You can see that was an untested, really high volume low out there. And let's see if this thing is going to pull back even further. Where's its next support? Not a lot of support out here. This had an IPO, it looks like, back in August of 2010. It's already trading back into that level. The low on this since that time period looks like at about $10 and... No, it's lower than that. Let me get the right swing point here. $9.26, September 8th, 2010. Looks like that is where she is headed to. Let's go out to Colorado Springs to Bill. Bill, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
Oh, very good, Steve. How about yourself?
I am doing great. Thank you for asking. You wanted to take a look at J.P. Morgan. Tell us what you're doing and how we can help you.
Well, I just thought we might get a little bounce on these things today. It looks like we are. You think that's going to continue, or?
Well, now, my recollection, as we take a look at JPM, if we take a look at JP Morgan, first I'll put the weekly chart out here, and then we'll go dig down into it for Bill. If we take a look at that was the monthly chart. Let me put the weekly chart up here for JP Morgan. And what this did last week was this formed a evening star candle formation. Now, you can see here what this did was it had a nice run here on the week of March the 8th, gets up to $50.86, does it with 119 million shares. Then last week, or 2 weeks ago, the week of March 15th, does it with 141 million shares. Real small-bodied candle out here. And then last week's close created the evening star. So this has some pretty good resistance up at the highs of $51. You can see as well, it was really a test of tops going back into the time period of October of 2009. It's still above that area that used to be resistance. So that's the area where it's got to bust through. As far as breaking out, if we take a look at the daily chart now, we'll take a look at the daily here for Bill, see what we take a look at. Today's candle is really just a bullish harami. It's not a reversal signal in any stretch of the imagination. You did have some bulls that were hanging out here in February 27, 2013 out here. Now, my recollection, Bill, is you're kind of like looking for just a real quick intraday trade. Is that correct?
Sure. Yes, sir.
So we'd have to come down and take a look at, maybe the 10-minute charts or the 30-minute charts, something like that. So let's just start with the 30-minute chart out here for Bill. let's go ahead and let's take a look at the relative strength or relative weakness on this. And I do see some divergence here on the 30-minute chart, so that was a positive. Your real buy on this came in here yesterday at about 1:30 in the afternoon. We had 1.3 million shares, and you had this little bullish engulfing candle. Hey, actually, a nice patterns right now. It's just making the 1-to-1 A to B equals CD on the 30-minute chart. But I would be looking to buy more so, if you're taking a look at J.P. Morgan, I would be looking to buy, if we take a look at this coming into last week, maybe around the 2 o'clock, right here at about 10:30 in the morning. On March the 22nd, you had a little bullish engulfing, but you got to be really quick here because this thing is clear on the weekly chart. It shows it being in a little bit of a downtrend out here. If we take a look at the 10-minute chart for you, let's go see what kind of signals might have been here for J.P. Morgan on the 10-minute chart. And let's go ahead and also put up the relative weakness, relative strength indicator. So on the 10-minute chart, it was also giving you the same type of signal at 1:30 yesterday with a nice little morning star reversal candle formation out here. So that was really, I think, your best opportunity to take a look at going long this equity. Now, I would just wait for the next setup, whether that becomes a short setup or a long setup. But you want to sell from you get a reversal signal when you're up in the top of that relative strength indicator, and you want to be buying into the lows out there. So buy some weakness, and even if you don't trade it, with real money, why don't you just try trading this on paper, taking those trades out there, and use candles to your benefit out there, and use that relative strength indicator as a benefit, because you know where it is you're looking to be buying from. You're just waiting to see if the bulls are going to come in, and that's when you would want to go ahead and take a position.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Steve. I really appreciate it.
Hey, we really appreciate you listening out there. Thanks, and have a great day.
You too now. Bye-bye.
Absolutely. Let's go take a look at some of these other stocks here. Popping right now, we've got the Dow is up 90 points. The composites up 16, small caps up 4. Let's see, leading the charge out here is the Dow. Let's actually go over and take a look at the Dow index, then we'll go back and take a look at the other stocks that are popping in, dropping out here. Yesterday, the Dow forming a dark cloud cover candle out there. It was actually the only real bearish daily candle that was formed. But let's go take a look at the Dow, see what it is doing here. And what the Dow has, it's got resistance that was formed really at yesterday's high, which also happens to be the top of this TD combo 13 count out here. That is the high of March 15th, 14,539.14. Yesterday, though, got up to a high of 14,563.75. So it gets a little bit higher. That is a dark cloud cover. Really sets up this little band of resistance. If you're going to see a breakout in the Dow, what you're going to see is you're going to see a close. Let me put that line, make that line straight out here. You're going to see a close above that level. Ideally, the breakout would be a close above 14,563.75. With the Dow being at all-time highs, you got to take this on a day-by-day basis out here and be able to identify where you've got the bullish or bearish signals out here. Right now, what we're looking for inside the Dow are the bearish signals. We're taking a look at the daily chart out here, and that is on the Dow. So pay attention to the close on the Dow as well today. Let's go take a look now at Netflix. Haven't looked at Netflix for a while. That is the leader in the clubhouse on the way up. So let's switch over to the show charts here. And then we'll take a look. Maybe we'll go peek around the world after we take a look at a couple of charts here. We'll do that in the very last segment. So let's take a look at Netflix. NFLX is the ticker symbol. Up a nice $3 this morning. Let's go see what that is trading into. Looks like we've got a little bit of a line of resistance inside Netflix. So Netflix here has made it all the way up into this window. Still has not repaired the window. What I mean by that, I'm going to draw the line across the screen. We'll call that another black line. That's where we had a gap down inside Netflix all the way back to September the 15th. The top of that gap, which would be the low of September 14th, is the price point of 205.42. It has not made it all the way up there to repair that window, so that is still an area of resistance. It's untested thus far. Right now, just traveling right around the downdraft where there was volume. The volume on that downdraft was 18 million shares as Netflix got up into this level here, volume is dismal. 5 million shares, 5 million shares, 7 million shares back here on March the 13th. But right now, not really giving you much of a bearish reversal case other than this bearish engulfing right here on February 20th. 877-927-6648. Dow's up 83. S&P's up 8. We'll be right back.
Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on U.S. Treasuries, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor, Foreside Fund Services, LLC. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Recently, Basil Chapman has had some outstanding trades in his newsletter, The Opening Call. Each morning by 9 a.m., Basil uploads his newsletter to the TFNN servers so that his subscribers can access his expert trading advice. Basil gives his take on the direction of key indices and updates any active trades that his subscribers are currently in. Just recently, Basil subscribers closed out a short position in Chipotle Mexican Grill, CMG, for more than an $86 profit per share, over a 20% gain in just one position. If you'd like to try out Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, then visit the front page at TFNN.com and click Trading Newsletters. There you'll find Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, where you can request a free sample copy. Also, don't miss Basil's program, The Tiger Technicians Hour, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, on TFNN.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, has helped subscribers for over 10 years navigate the high-risk world of exploring and producing gold companies. And now's a great time to sign up for a free month-long trial to see the kind of insight that Tom delivers for his subscribers on a weekly basis. Every Monday, Tom O'Brien issues a quick update on the metal market, giving you his take on the HUI, XAU, GLD, dollar, bonds, and much more. Tom follows Monday's update with a full gold report, which is delivered to subscribers Tuesday afternoon with detailed coverage of 24 separate gold or metal stocks, as well as another 10 to 15 stocks that he lets you know are on his potential watch list. Get your month-long free trial to the Gold Report today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Don't spend another year navigating the metal markets on your own. Act early in 2013 and make the most of your gold and metal market investments.
Catch the Money Masters as they teach you the art of mastering money when it comes to trading and investing. Next on TFNN.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars and we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together.
Welcome back, folks, and we are holding an open house here at TFNN. Come join us. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com. It's your opportunity to sign up for the Tigers Den. You can do it for 30 days. Doesn't matter whether or not you have been in the den before. All the details on the homepage of TFNN.com. Come join us and really the other incredible, fantastic denners that are out there. So we come back to the markets here right now. The Dow's up 84. We got 777s. We just hit the jackpot here in the S&P 500, up $7.77 out at 1559 and change. The NASDAQ up 12 points out at 32.47. The DAX, that's what we're taking a look at here. That's what we've got on my screen right now. That's up 24 points. That's up 0.3%. No real bullish move here. Just a harami candle out there. It's just a timeout session. The DAX here wants to at least get down. I guess what we can do is let's move this line up, because really the area of tested support is really right here. Don't know why it was actually down there. We're using the swing point here from January 28th. The high there is 78, 71, 79. That level was tested on March the 5th, finally broke above it. Yesterday was a first test of that area. Today is another test of this area. Looks a little bit like the S&P 500. We'll take a look at that index. We'll study that thoroughly during the Money Masters show out here. But right now, just trading down into a level of support. We'll see if it can break this area. Of course, it's really all going to be about the euro, which is flat here right now, but the euro not showing any kind of strength here, much like our markets are. Kind of makes you say, something to think about. Let's go take a look at the Nikkei. I haven't looked at the Nikkei here for a while. Let's go see what this is doing. As we take a look at the Nikkei, we can see here, let's see, I'm not sure where that is drawn, but let's go take a look. So that was 1.618. Let's actually look at the Nikkei on a longer-term chart. Let's put this on a monthly chart, get a better idea. So on the Nikkei, what we can see is the Nikkei here had been consolidating all the way back in the from 2008. That's this little yellow box that you see on the screen here. The Nikkei, once you break through a consolidation area, the move that you'll typically make over time is the same move that it was consolidating in. That says that the Nikkei wants to head into the 14,000 level right now, trading out at 12,471. It is up towards that overbought level. But that is, let's take a look at this on the weekly chart. Now, you've got it's also above the 0.382 retracement, so it's another good indication that it wants to at least travel up to 13,978. That is the 0.618 retracement off of its highs going back to 2007. So you can see how weak the Nikkei is, certainly compared to our markets, because in our markets we're at those 2007 or beyond levels out there. So it just shows you the difference in the markets. Let's go take a look at, let's put this on the weekly chart, see if there's any patterns out here on the weekly chart. Weekly chart just shows that this baby is really in a overbought area. I don't know if I said oversold before. If I did, my apologies. Really in an overbought area here inside the Nikkei, but still looks like here's that TD13 count. You can see when these are taken out, they are strong continuation patterns, and that's what it's doing. I suspect the Nikkei still wants to make it to 13,981. Really not that much higher, only 1,500 points higher, so it can easily do that. Folks, if you are off to start your day, have a great day. Take time, come over to the homepage of TFNN.com and sign up for the Tigers Den. It is a great way to meet a incredible group of people. And always remember this, folks. Always remember that you have an amazing power within yourself, and that power is so strong it'll create a life of abundance, cure incurable diseases, build billion-dollar businesses, paint magnificent masterpieces, and most of all, create fantastic, loving families. Thanks so much for being a part of our TFNN family. Have a great day, folks. Look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.
Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Let me tell you something, folks. I have people coming up to me saying, I just can't believe the amount of work that Steve does on his newsletter. And I says, I absolutely agree.
That is a recent clip from the Money Masters show that Tom and I do each day at TFNN. My newsletter service, Mastering Probability, is much, much more than a newsletter. Yes, it's outperformed the S&P 500 by 100% during the last 15 months. But more importantly, it's an extraordinary education, a roadmap for your success. And it's yours risk-free for the next 30 days. Just go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, and then Mastering Probability, because everyone needs a success strategy. For most, it's a competitive edge, the will to win, the drive to overcome any obstacle. Whatever you call it, winners find a way. Find your way to Mastering Probability today, because your journey to extraordinary rewards is just one click away.